Welcome back to another episode of Wolf Lodge. Let's get this day started.
Welcome to the next level. Wolf Lodge.
So yesterday was Ash and I's travel day into the property, and then last night it just poured rain all night long. But that rain stopped this morning and made way for some low-lying clouds. I am just having an absolute stunner of a morning out here. It is just beautiful. Man, fall feelings are in the air. Can't believe how fast summer flew by. But Ash and I are starting our morning off with a nice warm-up hike out to the trailhead to grab supplies. And then when I get back on property, the track to that excavator has not shown up yet, so I can't break ground on the greenhouse just yet. Hopefully next week. A couple days ago, a neighbor hit me up. I have a neighbor 1 mile to the east of me with 1 mile of national forest between us. Higher in elevation, if you can believe that. But he hit me up a couple days ago and said he's rebuilding his spring and might need a little bit of help carrying some rock. So I'm gonna go check on him, see if he can use my help. I'm gonna take my camera, but I'm gonna feel out the situation. I wanna respect his privacy, so we'll just see how the day goes. Hopefully later in the day, I can hop on that lumber mill and start milling some timbers in preparation for building that greenhouse. So just gonna have to see how the day goes. All right, made it to the trailhead. All right, grab my empty weight, 168.7. Manageable. Kick the tires, light the fires, big dog, let's go! I got no one to blame but myself for this 100-pound pack. This one's on me. It's all right. Smile through the pain. Oh, great warm-up hike. All right, so that pack consisted of this heavy-duty tote, inside a brand new mattress. Can never have too many mattresses out here when I'm hosting people, and 3 solar panels. So my good friend Brian, you guys know Brian from, hey, bro. Let's try this again. So Brian, you guys know Brian from the excavator mission. He helped me film it. And he also had that great commentary during the party that everyone seemed to love so much.
I think you noticed this.
He has been purchasing solar equipment and starting to acquire a pretty good setup here. Got 2 lithium-ion batteries, the inverter, and I just hiked in 3 solar panels. Now, Brian tells me that I need a certain amount of wattage before the system can run. These 3 panels are not going to provide me that wattage required. So I need a few more panels. I'm going to purchase those, get those up here. And let's see if we can't get Brian to come out here and we'll do a whole episode on setting up this solar system. This is pretty exciting though. All right, next on the agenda, I'm gonna head up to the neighbor's cabin to see if he needs a hand. But first, I'm gonna build him a set of pepper poles as a gift to take up with me. Under a little bit of a rain delay right now. Looks like it's gonna clear up in the next 15 minutes. So should be on my way here pretty shortly. Got a little break in the weather, so on my way to see the neighbor to see if he needs a hand. Got 1 mile of national forest to navigate to get there. As I make my way through the forest here, I'm pretty weightless, so I'm gonna answer one of your guys' questions, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this handle, but NURMR writes, and this is in relation to the new tool shed. Will be exciting to see how it weathers the snow in the winter. It's gonna be pretty exciting, pretty interesting as well. I've seen these kind of shelters before in person in the wintertime, close to the elevation that I'm at, and they shed snow pretty well, so it will be interesting, that's for sure. He also writes, what are your plans for the floor? Are you going to leave it bare ground or will you be doing a slab of some sort? I hope you're not referring to a concrete slab. Remember, everything on the property gets hiked in, so a concrete slab would require thousands of pounds of concrete. I did that for the cabin. I'm not gonna do that for the tool shed, but I have been thinking about floors. One possibility I thought about is just a wood floor, horizontal floor joists with wood planks on top, but I think the void in between those floor joists would just invite critters, so I kind of decided away from that. One interesting idea that a buddy of mine came up with during the party was just heavy-duty rubber mats, kind of like rubber mats you would see in a bar. Thought that was a pretty interesting idea. But I've spent so much time on this tool shed this summer. I mean, how many weeks do I have in it right now? Quite a few. And I really want to start concentrating on a greenhouse, at least get that started this year. So I'm gonna leave the tool shed like it is, just bare dirt ground right now, at least for this year. Maybe come up with something this winter and implement something next summer. Making my way through the forest, and check this out. Probably well over 100-year-old remains of an old cabin. Here's the second one. Man, there's just so much mining history on this mountain. Just walking through these woods, you never know what you're gonna find. Looks like I found some old mine tillings. Come up here and see what we got. Oh, wow. Looks like maybe the entrance to a shaft up here. We'll see. Probably a shaft at one time. Definitely has collapsed in. Possibly a second shaft over here. So the majority of my time spent on this mountain has been all build, build, build. I can't wait to get to a day where the building kind of subsides a little bit and I get to explore this mountain for real. There's just so much cool stuff on this mountain. Every corner is a new discovery. Look at this flat spot. I don't know what this is. Definitely looks man-made. Maybe some very faint remnants of a cabin over here. Definitely looks like milled timber. That's square. Got another one here. That is definitely man-made. Some more remnants of an old cabin. So I just met up with the neighbor and he said he needs a bunch of softball-sized rocks to revamp his spring. I'm gonna try to get them for him. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but there's some gold flakes in there. What do you think? Real or not real? Couple gold flakes right there, right above my thumb. I don't know. Maybe real, maybe not. Does look like quartz though, and I know gold usually goes hand in hand with quartz. Think I can count this towards my summer weight totals? I don't have my scale, so I won't count it. Guessing about 100 though. smile through the pain. Man, that was so cool seeing a year-round spring flow like that. My spring runs for about 4 weeks out of the year, usually right around end of June, beginning of July. My spring flows when the snow is melting in the high country. And then when that snow is gone, my spring dries up and then returns the next year. Seeing that spring like that has motivated me to maybe take T-Rexcavator and start doing a little potholing, see if I can't find something year-round on my property. That would be an absolute dream. All right, I'm back on my property. Time to start wrapping my head around this greenhouse. Now, I haven't decided on a design yet, but what I have decided on is that I want to mimic the roof of the greenhouse. I want to copy it from what I did here. So, copy these roof rafters, but instead of these boards in between, picture windows. So these roof rafters are 4x10s. Time to start milling some 4x10s in preparation for building this greenhouse. I'd say I got about 2 hours of light left. Let's do this. Taking the excavator and raising the grade so I don't have to use ramps anymore to roll my logs onto the bed. It's been amazing. Evening, big dog. We got our first timber for the greenhouse. Man, that's exciting. I'm losing daylight. Time to go make some dinner.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright, blessed days, dark, sacred nights. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.